Hello everyone and welcome to another stream here in Togores MTG. Today we are playing Legacy and we are playing Moon Stompy. And this is one of the decks I have been playing most in the last months, half years. You have seen it here a lot. And there are a lot of cores to this deck, but I'm not so happy with Fury. People think that Fury is a great card and you have to always play 4 off of this. But I have been moving into the sideboard. Even today we are playing Bonecrusher Giant, which maybe you could only play 1 Fury in the sideboard. I like having at least 3, but today we are playing Bonecrusher Giant to try to have another removal. It's very good against the ring decks. In the mirror and against the Carnforce, you can stop the ring and go for lethal, or you can kill a Bombardier or a Fable token or a Kiki Tiki or a Flesh Raker. So it's a very decent card that I'm going to try. Then I like to play Hairs in the main deck. This card is great against all the blue and black decks. And yeah, that's mostly it. The last card I added was Pithy Needle from the sideboard to the main deck. I cut 1 Blood Moon. I don't know, I'm not very happy with this change, but today is a day to try things and let's see. Also remember everyone, I have a huge guide of Moon Stompy in my Metafile. If you are going to play this deck or maybe for Eternal we can test it. Just if you join as a subscriber, you can see all the content about this deck that I think it's quite decent. It's not decent, it's very top notch. Okay, we have round 1 against Memories of the Time. We have a hand that on turn 1 doesn't play a spell. We can play Needle if needed, but on turn 2 we can play Fable or Blood Moon. I think I'm gonna keep this. And my opponent is playing Question Druid. Okay, this is like a food chain, red-green food chain deck. Okay, let's see what they play on turn 1. Wooded Foothills. I guess I'm going to shock myself and let's play Gubi in Legacy, but I want to change the deck. I think about this one and the Forge. What deck do you think is better? Both are fine. The Forge deck is more explosive. Okay. Maybe Wasteland is not the card I want to name. I'm gonna name White of the Reliquary. That card is the most possible that my opponent has. So both decks, the Force deck and this, share more or less the same core, but do different things. Okay, here I can play Fury. They fetch. I guess they don't have. They will have a lot of basics. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play Fable. This is not gonna do much now. Okay, my opponent casts Bowmaster in response. That's fine for me. I'm not gonna discard. Chalice comes down. Fury comes down. And my opponent is getting the lands, but yeah, whatever. I have exactly 2 basics in the deck that I'm going to get to fetch to the battlefield. I'm going to play Saga here. Maybe it's a bit weak against something like Pernicious Deed, but I shall keep Saga. I have already a lot of pressure, but probably my opponent is casting something huge this turn. If they have land into Deed for 3, this could be troublesome. So Deed, they have another Bowmaster, sure. No, I'm going to attack only with this one. Next turn I will have a lot of constructs and a lot of stuff. Now they have the 6 mana, now trying to dodge the Deed. Maybe they have a Kaba Therapy stranded in hand or something like that. Fatal Push, could also be. Oh, Bomba. Oof, this is very strong. Another token. This is more than lethal, I guess. So here we can go into combat. And equip Reflection and copy Bomba. Okay, let them block. Opponent gets damage. This Bomba shoots Mox. And this Bomba shoots Bomba. Okay, Bombardino Gobelino doing the job. Pithy Needle and Solga Lantern probably not worth. Hairs. They probably have Goyf in the sideboard. Bonecrusher. It's a threat. Choice of the Void is not that great. So go full aggro. Okay, we have a turn 1 Blood Moon hand that could be good. Many things. Once upon a time, there was Orphish Bowmaster. So that's Foothills. This doesn't get black, but they did not play a Veteran Explorer. Maybe they could gain it for 1 on turn 2, but okay. So Bomba time, Looter, sure. It still attacks for a decent amount of value. Another Mountain and Fable. Okay, stomp that. I'm gonna play the land while it remains on the field. Bonecrusher doesn't work. Therapy and Bowmaster, sure. Once upon a time, 4 mana. Oh, they got a swamp. Should I buy Bonecrusher? The card is probably worth nothing, so this costs 3 more to cast. I don't know how much Bonecrusher is worth, but not much. 3 euros. Fable flips. If we draw a land, we can hard cast Fury. Cycle ends. Another forest. No. Paragoyf. Yeah. This. Maybe they block something. I play Fury and do 4 damage there. So now they cannot attack with the Paragoyf because I trade with my Fury with first strike. Then if I draw a land, I can attack with Fury, Bomba, and Bomba. Okay, let's go 6. I have to block. They have Bowmaster. Yeah, that was like always the worst scenario. This only like blocks. I still have to double block here. Block there, block there, block there. I go to 10. This swing, I'm gonna block. 15. I'm going to attack with Fury this turn. More Bowmasters. So I have to try to not get an artifact into the graveyard. Sure. This flute has been quite ugly. Paragoyf dies. Fury dies. Veteran Explorer does not match. How about Therapy? Sure. Let's see if my opponent has a double black card they wanted to cast. Should name this Shutter School. I won't have casted Smashing for sure. Double black or Generous End. Okay. I need to draw into a ring or something like that. Paragoyf after the Fable flips is also a good plan. Opponent attacks. I'm not going to block. Enchantment Bomba. We get another Fable down and pass. This can come in handy later to make them not block, but not needed yet. Rumble and they get FOMO. Living Death. Okay. It's like Living End. What is this? They get FOMO. Loot on the other side of the Kiki. Reflection of Kiki, sure. FOMO. I'm going to block. FOMO can stack up a lot of damage. Oof, we got a ring. So I cast Fury. 1 and 3. I swing. Get a treasure. And with Monkey and treasures, I get ring. Ring triggers. I draw a card. Okay. I think I am on the driver's seat. Okay. Paragoyf. That's a huge Paragoyf. Okay, double Paragoyf. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Attack with those. They're probably gonna block 1. Paragoyf. This 5. I missed it lethal. I got that attack with everything and double pyro my opponent. I guess yes. Okay, my opponent has 2 cards. I have a huge board. If they Living End, I get Bombardier, Fury, Bonecrusher, Bomba. I got triple Bomba. I have a huge army. So they need some kind of sweeper. Okay, and we win. On my Metafrail profile, you will find all my competitive Magic the Gathering content. You will get deck and sideboard guides, articles with ideas and analysis, and even the decks I will be playing in my next big tournament. I offer one-to-one coaching sessions to help take your game to the next level. Following is completely free, so hit the subscribe button and keep up with everything I post on metafy.gg. Why less Magus and more Moons? I like Moon, so this gets killed and this does not get killed. This is a bit worse against Force of Vigor, but I like Blood Moon. Okay, we play against Cyrus Bales. So we have a hand that does Magus on turn 1, which I guess on the play you have to always keep. And then I guess a miss is always better. It depends. Okay, turn 1 Magus, go. Okay, Magus resolves. We don't know against what you are playing. We are playing. Lotus Petal, okay. Play, attack, cast Solga Lantern. Maybe it's some kind of obsolete spells and they need a ritual. Okay, they conceded. So Lotus Petal means probably something like obsolete spells. I don't know. I can be wrong. I'm okay to be wrong. But something this happens with this deck. And yeah, fine. We have Chalice on 1 or Fable or 1 on 1. So this, I guess on the dark, this hand is decent. I'm not sure on the matchup, so I'm gonna keep this hand that is just a decent one. I would think that this deck is much better than Moon Stompy deck with open deck list. Knowing when to play Chalice on 0, on 1, when Blood Moon is the play. Like, knowing your opponent's deck is so huge. On Magic Online it happens. On paper it's harder to... Okay, Inquisition of Kozilek. They cannot get ringed. They could get Chromox, which is maybe the best card in my hand. But this still does Chalice. So, people, by you Inquisition. Is this Pox or something like that? I saw a Luan Pox deck somewhere today. I don't know if it had Lotus Petal. No, it did not have petals. Okay, here. I'm gonna discard Tomb and attack. And Ring. What do you think about Simic Show and Tell with Omniscience and Report? I don't think that deck is very strong. I play Chalice without getting damage because Ring stops it. So Chalice for 1. And our opponent cast Crop Rotation. Oh, this is Turbo Depths. Okay, now I know. Draw 1 card with Ring. Oh, Boots. Great card to draw with when you have Chalice. I think it's better playing the red one, the blue-red one, the classic Sneak and Show. Yeah, they should do this now. 17. We'll need another ring. Okay, how much damage can I deal? One more turn and I will have this online. They're going for it, so 7 damage. 7 damage. Yeah, my opponent gets a 20-20, and we die. Now we know what we are facing. This changes everything. Okay, I'm on the play, which is great. I don't know if my opponent plays Barrogoyf. Would be a decent card to have. Okay, I'm going to play turn 1 Blood Moon. It's bad against Force of Vigor, but what you gonna do? They could play Depths and then Force of Vigor my Moon. Oh, swap. Once upon a time. Or Hex Mage. Okay. We draw another land, another Mox. Not the best, would have preferred the land, but start attacking is something. Depths. Sure. Lotus Petal. And if they have some answer for my Blood Moon, Poseiju, Force of Vigor. Okay. Yeah. That's the risk when playing Blood Moon against those decks. That sometimes you risk this. Again, the turbo version, I think you have to risk it against a more mid-range deck. You can maybe pressure them enough. But the turbo version is quite strong at racing. So if my turn 1 plays like Bomba, maybe I die on turn 2 or 3. Okay, run 3 against Senna 1. Here it says they're playing obsolete spells. But it can be whatever. I mean, they play... Should I will wish to do Chalice on 1? So the best turn 1 play you can do is Fable. But not playing your lock pieces. Like almost always wrong. Volk. Okay. This is fine. Against all but Show and Tell, playing turn 1 Volk. Turn 1 Chalice is good. We can get just countered. Maybe they are on Blue-Red Delver. I really like a lot the Turbo Depths decks. I think they're not very, very good. Eco Phaons. Okay. They're playing the Painter deck. The Painter, no, the combo deck. This 2? Probably this 2 are better. Trigger, haste, tokens. I go to 18, 16. I get a token. Then I put Fable up. And I can haste and make another token with haste. Chalice on 1 is not very good against this deck. Okay, we win. What is this? Ecophaeons, Volk. There can be tests. Loot is good. Earth is medium. Okay. Just like this. Okay, game 2. This hand does mostly nothing against a combo deck. This at least plays a Blood Moon. They're probably dead on turn 1. What is this? Quantum Riddler. Okay, another Quantum Riddler. Sure. I'm going to put Simeon under the box. Okay, my opponent got the Saga negated. Rite of Flame and Gamble. So they want to discard Eco Phaons. They did not. Then they have an LED and it's Eco Time. Okay, this is an aggressive hand. If we survive. if we survive. 2, 3. I can only cast 1 Bomba. Lionside Diamond for 2 mana. They play Artist Talent and those kind of cards. Another Gamble. Eco Might, Spree. Okay, this hand is more or less the same as the other one. Stormy 7, Lotus Petal. They had cast a Quantum Riddler. 4 mana. This does not pressure that much. Okay, I'm going to play Bomba. Just attacking. Trying to finish this game as fast as possible. Another Saga. And they bounce my Bomba. That's strange. This is the card you wish to bounce the most. Monkey. I'm going to cast Pyroglyph. Targeting Monkey. Yeah, I'm more or less far away of that right now. Rite of Flame and Winter Night Stories. This card seems pretty weak. Draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards. Only discard a creature card. Sure. They draw 3, discard 2. Stories. Now they can tap. Oh, Chromatic Star. Now they can pay. They can tap Riddler to cast this. And this is a nice combo. For 3 mana, you draw a lot of cards. Okay, Artist Talent is one of the strongest cards in my opponent's deck. They don't have many resources now, but okay, play land, draw this card, Riddle, draw 2, now draw 3. You will have 4 cards or 5 in hand, or 4 or 3 cards in hand, depending if they discard a creature card or not. Might, sure. Mox, draw 1, discard Echo of Aeons. They're missing 1 mana for the cast Gamble, draw this card. This is, now it's draw 2, now Gamble, discuss Chromox, and they get LED, draw 1 card. Okay, probably I'm dead this turn. Artist Talent is a very strong card when going 3, 6. Okay, my Paragraph is. Okay, my opponent draws. Okay, I have a Flute, another Artist Talent. I'm mostly dead. Rite of Flame, Lotus Petal, Grip Shot for 15. Okay, sure. Dead, super dead. Yeah, this talent is a strong card. Okay. I'm going to cut the Pyroglyphs for Fire Macabre, and for another Needle. Needle can be decent against Saga or Artist Talent if I get it first, but just having there. I'm gonna play Mox into Saga and flute the Lionside Diamond. The deck needs the LED quite a lot to work. And just play an aggro Saga game. Upkeep. Diamond. Lionside Diamond. Making LED cost 3 more is quite troublesome for the opponent. Promox, Imprint, Simian. They can spree this. Rite of Flame. Abrade, sure. Lotus Petal. LED Echo. They have Echo in hand. They have like a 50-50 chance. I'm gonna play Chalice on 0 here. Okay, my opponent concedes. They have no draws out of this. Yeah, I never liked Gamble because it's like a 50-50 coin flip in a lot of situations, and that's like even if it's only a 33% of going wrong, it's like the other point of view is this card gives you a 66% chance of winning. The thing is, are there other cards that are almost better and give you a 100% chance of winning? Game against Saga. Okay, I have some removals. No Precision elements, but maybe or Saga. That can be. Is a Delver? It's a Tempo. Mystery Forest. Bulk. Nothing. That is probably Izzet. I'm going to play the land tapped. If my opponent is an Izzet, I don't want to run into the Daces so fast. Cutter, sure. Best draw for me will be probably Ancient Tomb or Seat of Traitors. Fable. I'm going to play Blood Moon. Blood Moon loses a lot of power while the game evolves. Okay, falls with Preordain. So if they get a basic, my Blood Moon does almost nothing. Now, probably my play next turn is to do Sundering Eruption into Fable, and if I draw a red card, just double Fury my opponent's board. Yeah, Wasteland. I don't play another Saga. Resolves. They're probably going to play something and bolt the Shaman on their turn. Another Cutter. Okay, this is very bad. Double Cutter is a card that you don't want to see. You can beat one Cutter quite easy, but double starts to be annoying. Red, colorless card. I have to play boots. They would have dazed this. I could have only killed one of the tokens. So I'm at 9. Have some artifacts on board. Dragon Rage Channeler, okay. And do they have another spell? They kind of keep Cutter to the Darcy Bolt. Yeah, sure. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Yeah. Double Cutter. This matchup was pretty decent in the past with Delver, but the double Cutter draws make it a bit hard. This blocks here. This makes mana. I guess Soulguide Lantern, Exile, Artifact, no sorcery yet. Also will for Murktide. I died to a Bolt. They probably died to a... They did put a card on bottom. I keep Cutter, sure. I could have won by casting Thunder Interruption on my land. 6, 7. Get this. Oh, I think I missed lethal here. This goes to 5. I make another copy. Oh, yeah. Okay, I just made lethal. I could Thunder Eruption my own land. And here a Mox. And then make another token. And yeah, sure. That was a huge mistake. 7. Thunder Eruption my land. Equip. Okay. I just threw this game away. I threw this game away. So bad. So bad. I'm going to keep all this. Usually I have another Fiery Confluence in my sideboard, which is pretty decent this matchup. I didn't kneel the card in his hand. But anyway, I had lethal in hand and I just missed it that I could. I tap for the token, which I should not. I just blob my land so that creatures cannot be blocked. And I'm not fearing a daze or something like that. This hand is decent. TRC, like always, we try to cast Blood Moon first. They force, sure. I'm fine with them forcing my Brainstorm. This triggers Scalding Tarn. This is not a wasteland. Okay, I'm gonna cast Fable and Soulguide Lantern. They might have another Murktide in hand. I will be aware. They fetch Cutter, sure. And they have a bubble. Bolt there. Land and Bolt. Brainstorm, sure. No Delirium yet. Back with Monk, sure. Pyroglyph. Pyroglyph is nice. I'm casting Furry Fist. They want to counter Furry. I'm fine here, and we get 3 there. This dies. Bombardier. A Foss. I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna exile my opponent's graveyard. I'm a bit in fear of Murktide as their last card. Thunder, sure. The second Foss. Scalding Tarn. DC. Oh, Chalice for 1. This is very strong draw. Chalice for 1. Now, I can get... This is a 2-2, a 1-1. I'm going to get rid of this because it gets them surveils. That can be troublesome. I should have lethal at the next turn. The surveillant? Yes. What they wish to have. What is the best card? Expressive Iteration. Oops, I win. Here's 1 lander, Furry. Got this Saga. Okay. Mulligan to 5. That's great. Okay, Mulligan to 4. None of our hands were doing anything. Okay. Okay, Babylon turn 1. This game, I threw it away. Okay, they play Volk and draw a card. Okay, Ancient Tomb is a very good draw. I can cast Chalice with Daze Protection. They Brainstorm in response. They can have Force, Fun, Daze that I don't care, or Brazen Borrower or Meltdown. So the Chalice is not like the winning play, but okay. Brazen Borrower got exiled. Okay, they have to have some very mana intensive hand. Wasteland, okay. And not a run play. Okay, I'm fine with this. Play, take 3. Another Chalice for 1. You have another counter. You have the days I cannot play around. No, you have the days, not last turn. That's strange, like always. Go to Delta, fetch, and DRC. Saga go. Ponder from the Izzet player, and puts 1 card on the bottom. Here, sadly, we don't have Shadow Spear in the sideboard. The card was mostly there for this matchup. did not find a wasteland. Here I can... It is okay if my opponent has another... has a wasteland for next turn. I probably have another counter spell ready. They are fetching main phase. So the card on top was probably something interesting. Cutter, sure. Cutter goes to the graveyard and brainstorm. Okay, that's pressure coming into us. Not having Shadow Spear. If I had Shadow Spear in the deck, I could equip my construct with Shadow Spear, which will swing the combat quite a bit. Also, it goes to the graveyard. 6 damage. Let's see what I draw. Hieroglyph. Make another construct. Land artifact. We only have 1 sorcery. And this takes them off Delirium. Mortite. I'm afraid of a Mortite, but it is what it is. I need that my cards are 2/2 and don't lose against that they bring back the DC. A spear here, getting 4 life back would have been. You have to know how I'm playing this game with a multi 5 where my opponent answered my first 2 cards. So just as a note how resilient this deck is. Blocks. If they bolt 1, I lost both. Oh, I'm just gonna jump. I can bolt the other one. And this dies. Eat the other one. Activated this. Did it pre-combat. Okay. This makes 2 damage. This grows. So it's the same. Sacrificing or not. Don't have Delirium. So exactly against Unholy Heat, it would have been better to double block. Okay. Maybe I have to draw with Soulgate Lantern. Try to get a ring online. And maybe get the advantage out of... I don't see another way of winning. I played Pyrogoyf. Gonna draw a card with this. Yes. Choice for 1 does not help. Pyrogoyf into DRC. So they just need to cast 2 spells to beat me. Or they can get the Surveillance and keep the card on top. So that means I'm dead. Ponder needs to find any other spell. Block here. Yeah, I threw the first game away. Okay, last game of the league. We have a lot of rings. I'm on the draw. I think I'm gonna keep this. Our opponent tends to play depth decks, so I think it's usually very good against them. I can play Fable, so my opponent has to choose between defending the Reclaimer, attacking my lands, or searching. They cannot do all of this. And this allows me to play a turn to ring. Can be good. Okay, I'm just gonna attack. The 1 ring, draw a card, and Chalice for 1. This stops crops, swords, and other Reclaimers. Not a lot, but having a red card here would have been strong. They fetch for Savannah with Reclaimer, and out of nowhere they have 4 lands. Sure. I guess having triple ring is gonna do something this match. So draw with ring, Pyrogoyf. Sure. I put a 2020 to stop my token. Sure. Okay, now 1, 2, 4. This is the 1 ring. This gives protection. And now I'm going to cast targeting my opponent's Safekeeper. This grows the Goyf. Seat of Traitors get destroyed. And for red mana, I hit for 4. So next game I'm going to hit them. I'll gain 4 a lot. Once upon a time, that's a good start for me. 2 mana and do nothing card. Knight that can't be played. Wasteland. Can get my Tomb, sure. This is also lethal. Okay, let me think. I copy this. Shoot you for 8. Shoot you for 8. Attack for... No, this is not lethal. Bomba, copy Bomba. Attack with both and Pyrogoyf. Yeah, this is lethal. The classic 14 damage Bomba combo. Block. This throws this away. You go to 8, you go to 4, you go to -1. The 3 ring hand is pretty decent. This is a matchup different from the one we played earlier, where we played against the turbo deck. This deck is slower and you get much ahead, and they didn't play this card. So boots can be useful. This Blood Moon, Fable, Ring, Chalice. I don't like Chalice a lot in this matchup, and even less on the draw. Furry is okay, Pyrogoyf is okay. We're gonna play the Prison game, which is dangerous, but Okay, this hand has one Ancient Tomb, but not much more mana. I'm gonna ball. This hand has a turn to ring. Turn to ring seems fine. Maya, Recliner, sure. If I had another red land, just let go. It's a forest. No place. Or they just attack before combat. No place, sure. No land is always great. I'm gonna play this land. I'm gonna play Mox. They might have City of Traitors, Force of Vigor. Yeah. They lost 2 very good cards and did not. So this is just almost a time walk. If they miss a land drop, they did nothing, and I will still have my Saga and my Mox. Maybe I should play Ancient Tomb here. I'm gonna play the Saga again. Greedy person. Green. Oh, I could have taken mana from the Saga last turn because of the Abimaya and then play the second Mox and play Ring. Okay. I played so bad last turn. Could have just floated mana. Yeah, sometimes I could just float mana with Saga in response and then play the second Mox and imprint it. Okay, I'm so bad at this game sometimes. Okay, we finished 3-2. Pithing Needle was not relevant this league. We did something with Bonecrusher Giant. Probably this list is okay. I will maybe play one more Fiery Confluence and one less Fury and then play Shadow Spear in the sideboard for the Bonecrusher Giant. I think you can go ahead with this. Hello, Deimos. You can play this 75. I think they're fine if you want to play the Bonecrusher. I've been liking Fire Confluence a lot, so that's nice. So just, yep, like and subscribe for the video. And if you want to learn more about this, I have on my Metafy a lot of info about it. So there we go.